Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News Midday.
We begin this midday with the road to Omaha, starting today in Lincoln for Husker baseball.
And the Nebraska Cornhuskers make room for Daddy.
A Rockets regional expected today in the capital city.
Be there. Be there or be square. Be square.
Will Bolt's boys achieving a goal more than a decade in the making.
It's a special, special scene, and I'm thrilled that the nation gets to see it now.
Now hoping to bring some Husker hysteria to the NCAA tournament.
We're all super excited. We're just ready to get going.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Andrew Ward. We are now just hours away, a little under 4 hours from game against South Dakota State. You can see the team here getting ready at Haymarket Park. That game will mark the 20th NCAA regional appearance for the Big Red and the 7th time hosting a Lincoln Regional, but the first since 2008. Bringing back a tradition that became a staple in the early 2000s. Husker legend Alex Gordon explaining the importance of postseason ball being back in Lincoln.
Teams learn how to fight. Fight through the noise. Fight through the doubt. Fight for every inning, every out, every win. Because when this program gets tested, it responds.
And Case Sanderson, no doubt about it!
And when the moment demanded more, this team gave it everything it had. Because stages like this weren't built for just anybody. They were built for places like Haymarket Park.
Yeah, Gordon really getting us fired up this morning. First pitch today, set for 3 o'clock against South Dakota State. And we're going to be tracking attendance at this afternoon's game. This team tends to attract record-breaking crowds. Back when we hosted in the regional in 2008, nearly 20,000 fans came out to watch postseason baseball at Haymarket, the most in the country during a four-game stretch at the time. Nebraska also led the nation in attendance for a one-game sample size with over 8,600 fans coming out. The most fans to ever attend a game at Hawks Field, just over 8,700 back in 2006. That record, I'm guessing, is in jeopardy today. It's tarps off for today's game. Some fans calling on attendees to take their shirts off in the outfield for the Husker pride. This trend has been slowly catching fire nationally at baseball games all around the country. Now it's just a little bit more formal. More guidelines include be loud and bring the energy. And make sure you download that Now Local News app to stay on top of all things Husker baseball. Our sports director Nate Johnson has been following along and posting updates already. As you can see here, you can catch his live reports tonight at 5. And hopefully our sports team is breaking down a big Husker win during 6 o'clock and 10 o'clock news. Now to our first forecast. Many are wondering how the weather will impact today's game. Well, Mother Nature pouring down some rain on us this morning. You can hear the downpour there. Many of our citizen journalists sending us videos of the rainfall. This one from Melanie. She says the rain falling at a good pace to water her lawn, especially after a hot couple of days. All right, let's get to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro now with the update forecast. Is that rain going to impact any baseball this week today, Dominic?
Yeah, there's a potential, Andrew. We're keeping track of a few scattered showers, maybe even a thunderstorm or two as we go throughout your Friday afternoon. And here's the schedule then going forward for the entire Lincoln Regional. Got a couple days of baseball here. Looking at scattered storm chances the rest of the afternoon today. High temperatures into the mid-70s. Now as we head towards the weekend, we get a little bit warmer, and we have another chance for showers and thunderstorms early on Saturday. I think the afternoon game should be all right. And then once again, another afternoon chance for showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. We'll have to keep an eye on that Sunday chance here in Lincoln. Could see a few strong to severe storms with that one. But here's a look at the rest of your Friday here. Scattered storms are going to kind of just try and linger around southeast Nebraska. Not everyone is going to see one of these storms, but if we do get underneath one of these, looking at lightning, at times there's a little bit of a downpour going on too. So certainly things that could impact the baseball game even as we head through this evening. And we'll see another round of storms then again try and move up into south central Nebraska and ultimately towards us here in the southeast as we go through the overnight hours. Quick look outside. Pretty gloomy on your Berry Law camera. Temperatures in the lower 70s here at both the Lincoln Airport and down here at the KOKN studio. A little bit of a breeze out of the east and southeast. The temperatures will stay fairly consistent for most of the afternoon, just sneaking up into the mid-70s for those highs underneath this cloud cover. Busy weekend ahead here. We'll break down all you need to know for those baseball chances, for our precipitation, Oklahoma City forecast, and the potential for severe weather coming up here in a few minutes.
Much Dominic. Citizen journalist Melanie also showing us the rain falling through the downspout of her home this morning onto the yard. Remember, if you want to share videos just like this one, all you have to do is download our Now Local News app. That's where we'll also be updating you on if today's weather impacts the Husker baseball game at all. Now to that big breaking story from overnight, a Husker softball victory. The Huskers literally swinging for a championship overnight with a walk-off winner.
Time and again for the Razorbacks. In the center by Kuzak. Johnson going back. It's gone. It's over. It's Ava.
What a moment, what a game. Ava Kuzak, a walk-off 2-run homer in the 10th inning at the Women's College World Series. Drama from start to finish. Every time Arkansas took the lead, the Huskers rallied back. Jordy Fromm pitching the entire game. Sports Director Nate Johnson walking us through this nail-biter.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, good morning. It's Nate Johnson rocking with you. Well, last night was a late one. Nebraska and Arkansas going until about 11:30 p.m. last night, and we got to watch the entire thing. Pretty good game between Arkansas and Nebraska to open up the Women's College World Series. Now let's get into a little bit of what happened last night. Arkansas went up 2-0 after the second inning. They got off to a hot start. Jordy Fromm gave up a home run early on. Nebraska, though, would rally back, scoring 2 in the fourth, and we had ourselves a little 2-2 ball game. Well, Nebraska needed a little help later on, trying to send this one to extras. Hannah Kuhr comes up clutch, delivers a home run, 3-3 the ball game late, and we would go into extra innings. Jordy Fromm got to shout her out, had an incredible night, pitching the entire game for Nebraska, and in the late innings, Ava Kuzak hadn't had a hit all day, comes up clutch with a walk-off home run. Nebraska wins 5-3. They pick up their first win in the Women's College World Series since 2002. They will now play Alabama on Saturday at 6 p.m. on ESPN. For now, though, we'll send things back over to you guys.
Thank you very much, Nate. He was here until the early morning hours, keeping tabs on the game for us. Here's another angle of that just incredible game-winning home run. The Husker hero, Ava Kuzak, will be known for ages now. She's seen crying as she touched a home plate overnight. She describes that moment here.
Right now, because it does not feel real, to be honest. I mean, knowing my entire family is right over there. I mean, it's just an amazing feeling, and I'm just so grateful and blessed to be a part of this team.
I'm guessing the Sea of Red in attendance took over downtown OKC once again after another big Husker game and win in Bricktown. The Go Big Red chants loud and proud overnight after this thrilling victory. 12,605 fans attended the late night session at the Women's College World Series, a record for that event. Now, this WCWS run is generating plenty of emotion across the state, and maybe nobody is capturing it better than the broadcast booth. Take a listen to last night's call.
Her one-ball pitch. Ava swings and drives this one to center. Johnson going back. It's gone. It's gone. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win 5-3 on the Kuzak 2-run home run.
Yeah, an ecstatic Nate Rohr, the longtime play-by-play man for Husker softball. The Beatrice native living and breathing with his team during this postseason run. Channel 8's Samuel Da Silva sat down with him before the game to hear his thoughts.
With just 3 games to win to make national finals, Nate Rohr says they should just keep it simple and work with what has got them this far already. Like having shortstop Ava Kuzak and bringing back much of the lineup from last year. Also, having pitcher and Nebraska native Jordy Fromm lead.
They've really built a great team around Jordy Fromm, and that's vaulted Nebraska into a chance to compete for the national championship. Just let her pitch her game, be the elite pitcher on this stage that she has been so often in her career. Of course, bringing in Alexis Jensen.
He says the mentee-mentor relationship between Fromm and freshman Jensen has strengthened their endgame, but each pitcher bringing their own strengths to the field. As for what needs to happen at tonight's OKC game,
I think it's important for Nebraska to start strong early, get an early lead, have the ball in Jordy Fromm's hands, and then offensively, just take advantage of the opportunities that you get.
When asked about Coach Rhonda Ravel's influence, he says it's all about what she's allowed the girls to do.
In the past 6 to 7 years, I think Rhonda's really made it a priority to have the players lead the team. And so that keeps her leadership approach a little more fresh. And then let her finish it out and get you into the winner's bracket where you get a day off and you have some margin for error.
There's the plan.
Hope so.
Danielle Da Silva for Channel 8 News.
Thank you very much, Danielle. And we are following every angle from this tournament run. Our team is staying on top of every big moment at the Women's College World Series on our Now Local News app. Just use the QR code on your screen to download the app and make sure you follow along. Again, the Huskers play tomorrow night at 6 o'clock against #1 seed Alabama. Still had this midday, freezing the funds. The new ruling from a federal judge this morning stopping President Trump's controversial compensation fund. And what could happen next?
Figuring out how to juggle work,
Fund. The judge freezing the progress of the anti-weaponization fund. The judge saying the pause is so that she can hear arguments in a lawsuit brought by a former January 6 prosecutor looking to block it permanently. The $1.7 billion fund announced last week was established by the Justice Department to compensate those who allege they were wrongfully targeted under the Biden administration. Aura has a new health ring that is smaller but more powerful, and a popular discount prescription service has a new subscription offering. Jane King explains in today's Wellness Report.
GoodRx launched a subscription program geared toward connecting patients with lower-cost healthcare services, including telehealth. It costs $14.99 a month. It provides access to free and low-cost generic medicines, affordable online care, and savings on routine healthcare services like dental, vision, labs, and imaging. Well, Aura Health unveiled a new model, the Aura Ring 5, which is 40% smaller than the predecessor, and it has some new wellness features. The new ring has improved sensing capabilities, and it can detect signs of high blood pressure and sleep apnea, with a price of $399 for the standard finish and $499 for higher-end finishes. Aura also introduced new features like the Health Radar, which also looks at breathing disturbances, and it has a new partnership with Counsel Health to allow users to ask questions and chat with licensed physicians. Well, a 10-year study of nearly 10,000 women 65 and older found regular tea drinkers had higher hip bone mineral density than non-tea drinkers, suggesting tea may help support bone health. Researchers believe the catechins, the plant compounds found in tea, may promote bone formation and slow bone breakdown. Moderate coffee consumption showed no meaningful harm to bone health or help either. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Here's your health.
Coming up this midday emergency meeting, why the NU Board of Regents is speaking behind closed doors right now. What we know about a potential new acquisition on the table this morning.
And daily chances for showers and thunderstorms remain in the forecast as we head through the upcoming weekend. I'll make sure you know how your weekend plans could be impacted coming up here after the break.
Meet Lincoln.
This morning. The Regents speaking in a closed-door session right now. We do not have the details of what is being discussed, but we do know that they are looking at a potential new real estate acquisition for the university system. Right now, right before shutting the door to the public, the Regents shedding some light on their decision to not openly hold these talks.
Yes, I move that the Board of Regents go into closed session as authorized by Section 84, 1410 of the Revised Statutes of Nebraska, for the protection of the public interest and to prevent needless injury to the reputation of persons who have not requested a public hearing.
Again, we don't have the details about the real estate acquisition. They're looking at what will it cost, but we are working to find out. As soon as we know more, we'll keep it posted on the Now Local News app, on air, and on our website.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, if you are making the trip down to Oklahoma City, get ready for some warm weather. We're looking at the 90s all through the weekend. The Husker softball doesn't play until Saturday evening there, and for the moment, it looks like those storm chances might hold off. We may see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms by the time that game is wrapping up there in the evening, but for the most part, things looking to clear. It's definitely going to be a warm one on Sunday if you're hanging around Oklahoma City for the weekend. 96 for a high, and then the mid-90s on Monday. The Women's College World Series goes through the middle of next week, so going to be dealing with some warmer temperatures, and then looks like a few more chances for showers and storms before it's all said and done. So bring the short sleeves, but also keep the Husker rain jacket or poncho ready to go, as we could see a few storms down there. It was kind of a rainy start to our day here in the capital city, as well as we take a look at your Outlook Communications camera. Overcast skies as we get ready for the lunch hour on Friday at South 21st and L Street. Temperatures haven't moved a whole lot since this morning, just reaching the low 70s here in Lincoln. We spent most of this morning there down into the upper 60s, low 70s. So, I mean, it wasn't a whole lot of movement so far. 71 in Beatrice, 71 in Hebron, upper 60s in Grand Island and Kearney, and 70 degrees there in Hastings. Winds light-ish, I mean, between 10 15 miles per hour. It's not bad. A little noticeable breeze here, but again, it shouldn't have too much of an impact. If anything, since it is out of the south and east there, might keep a few of those home run balls inside of Haymarket Park, but hopefully only for South Dakota State. That'd be nice. So taking a look then at radar, we do have a few passing showers still hanging on here in southeast Nebraska. Dry for the moment in the capital city here, at least so it appears on radar. The bulk of that precipitation from this morning off then to the north and west of Lincoln. But as we take a look at Stormcast, we do expect a few more scattered showers and thunderstorms as we go throughout the afternoon. Certainly can't rule out a bolt of lightning there in and around game time here in Lincoln. So have ways to be weather aware as we go throughout the afternoon, and listen to any announcement you do get there down at Haymarket Park. Another system of showers and thunderstorms does move on through here very early Saturday morning. Could see, again, a thunderstorm or two out of this. A severe threat low at the moment, likely looking at least a little bit of rain as we head towards the first half of Saturday, but this does wrap up here as we head towards the afternoon, then with partly cloudy to then mostly sunny skies as we head out towards the west. And then here as we head towards Saturday evening, once again, another storm chance, this time out towards the north and west, though, and we'll see that try and move along the Nebraska-South Dakota border as we head through early Sunday morning, and starting to get a little bit of data here on Sunday morning as well. Looks like we'll have another shot at some showers and thunderstorms as a bit of an alarm clock here for your Sunday. Now, taking a look at the severe weather threat specifically, we are keeping an eye on kind of this area here in yellow in north central and northwestern Nebraska. That's your slight level 2 out of 5 risk of severe weather, meaning scattered severe storms are possible. Can't rule out a brief tornado, but large hail damaging winds, the main concerns on Saturday. Now, this all then moves off to the east as we head throughout your Sunday, and that includes us here in the capital city. We have a marginal of a 1 out of 5 risk in place. Large hail damaging winds, the main concerns with those storms going forward. Not going to get a whole lot warmer here in eastern Nebraska as temperatures today top out in the mid to upper 70s. They will see the 80s though as we head out towards the west with a little more sunshine. Scattered storms in the forecast for your Saturday, and then again there on your Sunday, and we'll continue to keep an eye on a few storm chances as we head through the first week of June. Temperatures though looks a lot like summer as highs will continue in the 80s.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Dominic. A piece of railroad history running through Nebraska. Celebrating Grand Buff for another birthday. Hundreds gathered in Grand Island to see Union Pacific's Big Boy, the world's largest operating steam locomotive, as it rolls on with the cross-country tour. Oh, Mayor Roger Steele of Grand Island, I think is a lot of us in that situation, having a lot of fun and blowing the locomotive's whistle. The historic train made a stop in Grand Island Thursday afternoon as it travels from the west coast to the east coast as part of America's 250th anniversary. Now, the massive steam locomotive is expected to make several more stops here in Nebraska throughout the rest of this week. Over in Kearney, they're looking for volunteers for their America 250 Buffalo County celebration. They're looking for anyone that can either lend a little hand while they're at the events or be there the entire time. They're hoping to create a fun, memorable, patriotic event for the community. Still to come this morning, a deadly explosion in the South. How investigators are trying to find other survivors after a massive apartment went up in flames. apartment complex in Dallas. 3 people are dead, several others are injured. Just incredible images of flames and rubble seen in overhead skies. Now, the blast is under investigation as crews search for any other possible victims. ABC's Morgan Norwood reports.
We got an explosion.
This morning, 3 dead, including a child, and more fatalities feared after a massive explosion tore through this apartment complex in downtown Dallas.
Our operation with regard to recovery does not end until the entire building has been searched.
First responders arriving within minutes to a reported gas leak when an explosion and fire engulfed the building.
2-story apartment complex, natural gas explosion, multiple victims.
It sounded like a bomb went off. You could feel it on the ground and in the house shake.
The damage extensive. Apartments left in smoldering ruin. Huge plumes of smoke visible from miles away. More than 100 firefighters battling the blaze.
Everything it wasn't blown to pieces is on fire there. And the concern we have this afternoon with school being out is whether anybody else was inside.
Several people rushed to the hospital, one in critical condition. While the cause of the blast still under investigation, Atmos Energy telling ABC News the fire department reported a construction crew unrelated to Atmos Energy damaged a natural gas pipeline. When asked about that claim, fire officials did not provide further details. Meanwhile, surviving residents say they've lost everything.
We lived there. We lost our pets. We lost everything we owned. I had 3 rescue cats, Marley, Hoy, and York, and we had 2 dogs.
And back here in Dallas, you can see and hear crews as they work to repair that natural gas pipeline. The NTSB now joining this investigation. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Dallas, Texas.
Still ahead, showing similarities, how this year's softball squad compares to the last one to make the Women's College World Series. One former player has to say about this year's chances. If you're just joining us, we are following Husker softball swinging for a championship. I think many fans are still geeking out a little bit about that walk-off winner another night. Look at these images, just amazing on social media so far. Ava Kuzak, the hero for all time in Husker folklore. The Big Ten had her watch her own game-winning home run again and react to it in real time.
Oh yeah, it felt good off my bat, and then I was like, wait, I don't know how far I hit it. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get tears again. Hold on, I can't. Going into home was literally the coolest thing ever. Just seeing all of my teammates just standing there cheering for me. That will never get better.
Yeah, what a cool moment for Kuzak, who's also not hoping this is the last Husker win in OKC. Nebraska now takes on Alabama tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. They are 2 wins away from a berth in the WCWS final. This is Nebraska's first College World Series win since 2002, but the last team that made it was from 2013. This team writing the next chapter. We spoke with former Husker great who sees more than a few similarities between this year's team and that one in 2013. Channel 8's Jake Homan reports.
It's such a full circle moment, and it's really special to have been on that 2013 team.
Nebraska softball competing in their first Women's College World Series since 2013. And we're hearing from one player on that roster, Maddie Fowler-Burkhart, a 4-year captain at Nebraska, which she was the first ever in the program's history. She was also named to the All-Big Ten defensive and tournament team in 2016. Fowler says watching this year's squad as a fan has truly been special.
It's been an incredible year, and it has been so fun as an alum to watch this group of homegrown Huskers take this program to new heights. So I've been such a fan of this team, and they were so close last year.
Alexis Jensen, Jordy Fromm have both been a staple in this circle for the team's success this season. And that's another common theme Fowler says she sees from her 2013 club, having 2 elite pitchers. But there are still differences from the 2 groups.
That's the difference, is this team was a ranked seed the whole way through, and they knew they had the stuff to get to the World Series, whereas we were a little bit of an underdog getting there. But, one of the common threads is we had 2 tough pitchers that could take the ball at any moment and get the job done. And so does this team, and you have to have almost 2 aces to make it in the World Series.
As for tonight's game and the rest of the way, Fowler likes the Big Red's chances.
With how good they're playing, I'm not stopping at World Series. I mean, this team has the stuff to compete for a national championship.
Portland, Lincoln, Jake Coleman, Channel 8 Sports.
All right, let's get to weather here this morning. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Lots of cloud cover and Allen Communications camera. That baseball game, we're going to be watching the skies a little bit here, I think. Yeah, absolutely. We got temperatures in the upper 60s already outside. Yeah. Make sure you download the Now Local News app. The boys are there. They're keeping us updated on Husker softball. They're going to keep us updated on the skies. Whether Husker baseball will be impacted by that at all as well. Now to the road for Omaha. Husker baseball beginning its quest for the College World Series today. NCAA sharing this post on social media right now. You may be able to see Husker senior Dylan Carey in the middle of all this. 64 teams are trying to be one of the 8 to make it to Omaha. Nebraska's game against South Dakota State gets underway at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Husker ace Carson Yassa takes the mound. We're going to be breaking down that game tonight at 5 and 6 and on our Now Local News app. Let's take another look outside at our ABC Seamless camera, because why not, Let's take another look outside. Lots of cloud cover out there again. We got temperatures in the upper 60s. Let's get an updated forecast here with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. Dominic, yeah, a lot of people keeping an eye on you and Rusty today to get an idea of when that rain's going to hit today.
No, certainly. It's so isolated that it's kind of hard to pinpoint down, but, we're going to do our best job to make sure we're ready to go. One thing I can tell you for certain, though, don't bet on working on the tan as we head into summer this afternoon. Man, it is cloudy out there, and it's going to stay that way for most of the afternoon. I know baseball game, great opportunity to do so, but it looks like it's going to be a cloudy one going forward. Here's a look at satellite. As you can see, still a few light showers moving through southeastern Nebraska. These will become a little more isolated, but stronger in intensity as we go throughout the afternoon. Just be ready then for some showers and maybe even a bolt of lightning or 2 out there if you're heading out to the game this afternoon. Live look in Beatrice, Jones Roofing camera at South 6 and Perkins Street. They just finished up with a shower themselves down in Beatrice. Low 70s here in the Hebron, Beatrice, Lincoln, as you head up towards the Omaha Metro. That's kind of the common theme in southeast Nebraska. Then we drop down into the mid-60s as we get out towards the west. Dew points there, a little too far ahead. Dew points, it's muggy as well. Mid-60s here for the dew points, and it's going to feel a little bit humid with those precipitation chances as well. Heading into the weekend, though, another chance for scattered storms as we head through your Saturday morning, and then again Saturday night into Sunday. And we'll keep an eye then with another afternoon chance of storms here in southeastern Nebraska going forward. It's going to feel a whole lot like summer, though, as high temperatures return to the 80s, and we'll continue to monitor storm chances heading into next week. We'll have more details on that here in a few minutes.
Talk to you then. Thank you, Dominic. Now to the war in Iran. President Trump holding a meeting in the Situation Room of the White House this morning to decide on a deal. We'll take a live picture of the White House right now. We are expecting an announcement of a final determination after so much back and forth on negotiations. Trump has long insisted that Iran must agree to never have a nuclear weapon or bomb in order for him to agree to a deal, which Tehran has been adamant about. If a deal is reached, it will extend the ongoing ceasefire and begin to open the Strait of Hormuz. Right now, global energy prices are fluctuating repeatedly since the war began, driven by on-again and off-again negotiations between the Trump administration and Iranian regime. ABC's Christiane Cordero explains the status of those negotiations right now.
Today, expectations are building that the Strait of Hormuz will soon reopen. Global and U.S. oil prices are down roughly 1.7% each amid reports that American and Iranian negotiators are closing in on a short-term agreement. U.S. sources tell ABC News part of the agreement would reopen the Strait of Hormuz over a fragile 60-day window. In that time, sources say the U.S. would lift its naval blockade and Iran would loosen its grip in the strait. But neither the president nor the Iranian regime has signed off on the temporary deal, and its details are otherwise unclear.
What did Iran get for doing that? If it's simply the blockade is brought down, then that seems to be equitable. If it's also a relief of sanctions, of unfrozen of assets, if it's some kind of reparation that's called an investment fund, that's going to be a big win for Iran.
The president previously said lifting sanctions is a non-starter, but Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent didn't rule that out.
It is a multifaceted agreement, and nothing is going to be on the table until we see the Strait of Hormuz open and the Iranians agree that they have to turn over the highly enriched uranium and that they can't have a nuclear program.
Iran's state media insists a deal is not finalized and that the regime maintains its sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, plus the right to enrich uranium. The tentative agreement, according to U.S. sources, makes no mention of Iran's future nuclear capabilities. If agreed upon, the temporary truce, as described by U.S. sources, would essentially restore the status quo to before the war began. Negotiations about Iran's future nuclear capabilities would be extended for another 2 months. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
The suspect in the Beatrice homicide will be back in court today. Justice Barnhouse has been charged with second-degree murder, use of a firearm to commit a felony, and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. He's accused of murdering 37-year-old Joshua May. Today's arraignment is set to take place in just a few hours. We'll be searching through the court documents today to keep you updated on this case. Now, a massive rocket explosion caught on camera. A Blue Origin rocket blasting into the air last night in Florida during a test of its engines. Blue Origin says the rocket experienced an anomaly during a ground test known as hot fire. ABC's Armando Garcia explains how this happened.
Overnight, a massive fireball lighting up the sky over Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. A Blue Origin rocket suffering a catastrophic failure on the launch pad. Blue Origin founder Jeff Bezos saying no one was on board and all personnel are safe. The company saying the 320-foot-tall New Glenn rocket suffered an anomaly during a static test of its engines. The fiery explosion seen from the air as a passenger jet was preparing to land in Orlando. The blast setting off a visible shockwave, the sound taking nearly a minute to reach the camera. Residents who witnessed it in disbelief.
This one was more of like a violent shake.
Bezos saying in a statement, "It's too early to know the root cause, but we're already working to find it. Very rough day, but we'll rebuild whatever needs rebuilding and get back to flying. It's worth it." The explosion coming just days after NASA announced a contract of hundreds of millions of dollars with the company to carry out missions to the moon. With the destruction of the vehicle and damage to the launch pad, future launches are uncertain.
The reports are that there's severe damage at the launch site. It's going to take them a long time to rebuild that site.
Elon Musk, the founder of Blue Origin competitor SpaceX, reacting to the blast, saying, "Most unfortunate, rockets are hard." SpaceX launching one of its own Falcon 9 rockets today from Cape Canaveral, several miles from the Blue Origin explosion. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman says NASA and partners will thoroughly investigate what caused this anomaly and assess the impacts on upcoming missions. Armando Garcia, ABC News, New York.
Right now, Nebraska's primary election results are one step away from becoming official. The Nebraska Board of State Canvassers will meet next Friday to recertify the results of the 2026 primary election. The process comes after county election officials spent the last few weeks verifying ballots and preparing final results. Officials say no automatic recounts are expected in any statewide race at this time. Coming up this morning, tattoos and blood. Learn about the partnership looking to pull donations to the local blood bank amid a serious crisis. A chance to help mitigate a blood emergency. The Nebraska Community Blood Bank and Iron Brush Tattoo are hosting a blood drive today. This comes at a critical time after NCBB announced the blood supply has dropped to less than a 2-day supply overall and a less than 1 day for type O blood. They say the shortage comes at the start of summer's trauma season when demand is typically higher. Today's drive will be at Iron Brush Tattoo here in Lincoln at 2 o'clock.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, even with how dry of a start to spring it's been, we're getting some good opportunities at some moisture here on your Friday morning, mainly off to the west of the capital city, Hebron. Over 1.5 inches of rain this the last 24 hours, close to 7/10 in York, and then close to 1/2 inch in Columbus. Grand Island also over the 1/2 inch mark. We're at just a little over 1/4 here in Lincoln, which puts us just about 2 inches behind pace on the year. I know we're still dealing with a little bit of a drought, and those drought conditions only get worse as you head off towards the west. And they haven't seen a whole lot of precipitation this morning, but they're going to get several chances at that over the next couple of days, and hopefully that will help the drought situation at least get trending then in the right direction for central and western Nebraska. Here's a look at our ABC Seamless cameras. Still got a fair amount of overcast skies as we look off then to the east at North 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Temperatures here into the low 70s and the mid 70s for Hebron, and as you head out towards the west, mid 60s for your late morning temperatures here. Getting ready to head out to lunch. It's again fairly consistent for us in southeastern Nebraska. 73 as well up in Omaha, and we'll see the low 70s stick around here for just a little bit longer. Winds at times a little breezy, but for most of us out of the south and east between 5, 10, and closer to 15 to 20 here in Lincoln. So it'd be interesting to see if the winds have a little bit of an impact there on the baseball game. But another thing that could have an impact is those storm chances as we go throughout your afternoon. Overcast here for the moment, but still a few lingering showers along Highway 77 and then off towards the west here in southeastern Nebraska. The bulk of this morning's precipitation now making its way into northeastern Nebraska and portions of southeastern South Dakota, but we'll continue to see them isolated storms trying to develop it's really throughout the afternoon here in far southeastern Nebraska and northeastern Kansas. These continuing to move off to the north and northwest as we go throughout the afternoon here. Definitely could see a passing storm or two while that baseball game is going on here in Lincoln. Now, as we head towards tonight, we are looking at then a chance for showers and storms moving in from south central Nebraska into southeastern Nebraska here early Saturday morning, close to sunrise, and then we'll continue to move off to the north and east towards western portions of Iowa as we head closer to lunchtime. And still, even then, might even see a few showers here trying to join you for any Saturday lunch plans. But after that, we're expecting mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies here in eastern Nebraska and hopefully a little bit of sunshine now out towards the west. Wouldn't be too upset if we saw some of that here in Lincoln either. Another chance for showers and storms, though, as we head towards your Saturday evening. These will continue to move off then to the east along that the Nebraska-South Dakota border there for north central Nebraska, and then we might even see a few more storms of our own here in southeast Nebraska for the start of your day on Sunday. Keeping an eye on a slight level 2 out of 5 risk for the northwestern portions of the state. That includes North Platte, Valentine, up towards Chadron. A brief spin-up tornado, large hail, damaging winds, the main concerns in those areas. An isolated severe storm then possible for McCook, Grand Island, and O'Neill for your Saturday. That severe weather risk does then move off to the east here for Sunday, including us here in the capital city, where we could see an isolated strong to severe storm as we head throughout the day. So something to be weather aware of them as we head through the rest of the weekend. Large hail, damaging winds, the main concern here on Sunday. Temperatures going forward the rest of the day today, low to mid 70s. Not going to see a whole lot more warming with that cloud cover out there, but we do then return to the 80s for your Saturday and Sunday, and we'll try close then to 90 degrees on Monday for the start of June. Still keeping an eye though on chances for showers and thunderstorms really as we head through the first half of next week, but it looks like summer out there. High temperature is going to continue to stick around in the 80s.
Lots of rain chances though. I think the farmers are going to like that. All right, thank you very much, Dominic. Still ahead here this morning, making moves with your money. The hacks that save you at the grocery store and why prices are rising so drastically.
Meet Lincoln's deal detectives at Salvage Warehouse. They're uncovering huge new savings every day. Discover up to 70% off retail on furniture and appliances all over the store.
The deals are real at Salvage Warehouse. Yeah!
If you've been in a car crash and you think you can trust insurance companies, pigs will fly. Insurance companies make billions of dollars by denying money to injured people. Don't blindly trust the insurance companies. You need an expert on your side. At Friedman Law, it's our job to look out for your best interests and make sure you're fairly compensated for your injuries. Call us or chat online today. No obligation, just information. Call Friedman Law, 402-476-1093.
They call you an overachiever. What's the matter with you? Too competitive. Don't you like a perfectionist? The things I do. We call that good company. Take the lead in the uncompromising BMW X1, X3, and X5.
Shop online at bmwoflincoln.com.
When I decided to redo my garage floor, I called the Garage Floor Company in Lincoln, and it made a huge difference. They use high-quality materials that protect the floor from cracks, stains, and everyday wear. Now it looks clean, bright, and totally refreshed. It's super easy to keep clean, and I know it's going to last for years. Whether it's for your home or business, they do solid, professional work. Call the Garage Floor Company today for your free estimate. You'll be glad you did.
Looking for the best deals in Lincoln? Tag, you're it. Run in now for furniture and appliance deals up to 70% off. 3, 2, 1. Save. The countdown is on for great deals this year at Salvage Warehouse.
Trending now, the rising price of groceries. They increased more last month than they have in nearly 4 years. And economists don't expect it to get any better anytime soon. ABC's Rebecca Jarvis and Elizabeth Schulze have some tricks to save on your bills.
After spending years finding ways to chop her own grocery bills in half, Allie Powell, aka the grocery getting girl, now helps families save money at the supermarket.
I share what I buy at the grocery store to feed my family of 4 for $150 a week.
Allie says it pays, or actually saves, to go alone.
I swear the second that your partner or your kids are with you, you start adding stuff into the cart that you weren't planning on.
And that plan is important. Allie says she can spend $10 for the entire family's meal when she substitutes meat for cheaper proteins like lentils and beans.
We try to do a meatless Monday every Monday. I also try to make dishes where meat isn't the star of the show. We're doing a soup. We're doing a rice bowl. We're doing something where the meat is stretched out.
But when you're buying shelf-stable items, remember, storage is important.
It's really important to store your produce in clear, see-through containers so you know what you have.
That's one of my favorite hacks. It easily lets me take a food audit before I head to the store.
Okay, so I see that I am running low on fruit, strawberries, grapes. We're definitely going to get some of those today.
I like the sales to dictate what I buy.
Take a look at this. These are on sale. So fruit for this week, it's going to be melons and grapes. Here's another one, 20% off chicken drumsticks. And that's what I'm going to use.
We like coming to this store mostly because they have the car shopping carts.
Building off Rebecca's tips, it also matters where you shop in the store.
One thing we've noticed is that the cheese in the front of the store tends to be more expensive than the cheese around the store in the back. This is $9.99.
Back here, I find a 2 for $5 sale, and the food's actual placement matters too.
Instead of looking at eye level, look all the way down, much better deals.
And for a quick, cheap meal,
this is $10, usually lasts for 2 meals.
Okay, we saved $17 from the coupons and the store's loyalty program. Not too bad.
Still ahead this morning, a new spell champ. Now how a 14-year-old was able to claim the title and what word ended up winning it all for him. Last night was the championship finals, with the competition reaching its boiling points. It was very competitive, ultimately amounting to a spell-off. Here's ABC's Danny New.
Trey, you are the 2026. The 2026 Scripps National Spelling Bee came down to a dramatic, record-breaking spell-off Thursday night, with 14-year-old Shrey Parikh emerging as this year's champion.
P-I-T-T-A, Filipita. That is correct. Thank you.
After the 18th round concluded in our nation's capital, only two remained. thus necessitating an extra round where each competitor would have 90 seconds to spell the same set of words.
Enthyme.
E-N-T-H-Y-M-E-M-E.
It turned into a coastal showdown. New Jersey's Ishan Gupta spelled 25 words correctly.
Emeute.
E-M-E-U-T-E.
Which would have been enough to win in 2022's spell-off.
Enthyme.
E-N-T-H-Y-M-E-M-E.
But just listen to the speed with which this California native rifled through these words.
Utakawa.
P-O-H-U-T-U-K-W-A.
As Shrey spelled a B record 32 words correctly in 90 seconds.
N-I-N-E, Austin.
That is correct.
And for Shrey, this was a bit of a comeback story. In 2024, he came in third place, but then last year, shockingly, did not make it out of his region to qualify for the National B. Earlier this week, we heard him discuss the idea of feeling pressure.
At the end of the day, all that matters is I get my word correct. So, you know, the pressure, I try not to let it affect me. I don't think about it.
And he sure didn't seem to be thinking about any pressure at all as he rocketed through that spell-off Thursday night, or as he put it,
Spelling fast is what I do every day. So, you know, a spell-off just kind of came naturally, and it was just like another day of spelling for me.
So how this works is the winning word is the last word the winner got right in the spell-off. So in this case, it was kashaw, which is a type of squash found in Central America. At least I think it's pronounced kashaw. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
Before we go to break, here's a live look outside at our Berry Law Tower camera. Final check of the forecast coming up next.
America.